What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Recently I was reached out to via Instagram with a request to make a video on an inverted roller coaster. Traditionally you might think of rides like Alpengeist, the Batman clones, maybe like Silver Bullet, but I wanted to push it a little further. Because of this, I got curious myself and I did some more research into inverts and came across one in South Africa that appeared to be just another common coaster, but just wait, it's definitely not. With a height of over 100 feet, 5 inversions, and a length of just under 2 minutes, this extremely rare coaster is one of 3 ever built by its manufacturer and has some pretty cool features about it. In fact, this might just be the rarest operating invert of all time. So of course, what is it and where did it come from? This is the story of Gold Reef City's Anaconda. Giovanola Ferres SA, situated in Monte, Switzerland, was a well-known steel manufacturing company recognized for producing various steel items. Joseph Giovanola, CEO and founder, established the company in 1888 as a metal forging shop with plans to run it as a family business. After he passed away in 1904, his sons took over the business entirely, the eldest of them Joseph Jr., who was only 17 at the time. Joseph Jr. recognized that the company had grown to the point where it needed a new facility, which led them to their most recent and last location in Monte, Switzerland. However, it wasn't until the 1980s that Giovanola would join the ride and amusement market as a subcontractor for Intamin, another roller coaster manufacturer. With Intamin, they would supply them with structural steel and parts for their roller coasters and other rides like their swinging ships. Giovanola also, at the time, designed and built entire rides themselves, such as the Freefall, which was sold by Intamin for copyright reasons. Nonetheless, I want to be very clear here, the Freefall was a Giovanola attraction. In the meantime, Claude Mabillard and Walter Bolliger, names you most definitely recognize, were both engineers for Giovanola at the time, and they created a brand new sort of roller coaster track using a box beam spine in the mid-1980s. That first appeared on Intamin's Space Diver coaster, which I do have a video coming out on Monday about, but only one of those was ever made and sent to Six Flags Great America. Then, Shockwave, another coaster using this track design, opened up a year later and used the same box beam spine. Eventually, Bolliger and Mabillard quit the corporation in 1987 and established their own firm, B&M. However, this didn't stop Giovanola, and given the knowledge they'd learned from their years with Intamin, developed their own strictly amusement design company in 1988 known as Giovanola Amusement Rides Worldwide. Both firms were funny enough situated still in the Swiss town of Monte, and eventually, Bolliger and Mabillard proved more successful. Regardless, 3 roller coasters were sold during Giovanola's 3-year existence, those being Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain, Titan at Six Flags Over Texas, and of course, Anaconda at Gold Reef City. All 3 of which, I will add, are still in operation. Initially, it had pink track and green supports, and would have a layout snaking through elaborately laid rockwork and other themed items. With 5 inversions, Anaconda's design is also very similar to that of the Batman clones, except that the ride changes after the second vertical loop when it goes into a helix followed by back-to-back corkscrews. In 2009, the entire coaster was painted orange, and in 2015, the entire thing a bright shade of green. But besides just that basic overview, there is a short but nonetheless cool history with the actual construction of the ride itself. When blueprints first went into the making prior to 1999, Giovanola actually proposed the coaster to a number of theme parks, however, Gold Reef City was the only one to accept. And so construction began. At the same time, the ride was also difficult to build in the sense that it was a little bit of a terrain coaster and there was just a lot going on with it. Nonetheless, since its inception, the ride has done relatively well and gets a lot of praise at the park from locals around. I will say it's not necessarily on my bucket list, but if I do ever end up in South Africa, I'm definitely going to go out of my way to visit this thing. That being said though, the ride has pretty much been operating smoothly ever since, and to this day it's still operating, probably as I'm talking to you right now. So with that being said, that is about all I felt was worth sharing to you guys today about Anaconda and its manufacturer, but doesn't it look pretty good? Like, that rockwork and interaction with it is honestly super impressive. I just hope I'll get to Gold Reef City to ride it one day before it closes. Either way though, that was again just another short and brief history of an awesome coaster from a very special manufacturer, and I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, it's been a major pleasure creating new content for all of you, and if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and like and subscribe. That does help because we are really pushing this channel forward. I did a ton of research on this one as well, so stay tuned for yet another video coming on Monday, which is going to be that Space Diver coaster, and feel free to catch up with us on Instagram as well. Until then, we'll see you all there. See ya!